So apparently I live under a rock. Or I don't know. I just miss things. I don't know how I do, but I do. And one of those things that I have been missing all my life, or probably just the last 5 years or so, because let's be honest, I'm kind of old. But yeah, so schedule release videos. Did not know that was a thing. Football schedule release videos, and oh my God. Some of them downright funny. Others of them mind-boggling stupid. So, in a video absolutely no one asked for, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the first year that I've ever seen NFL schedule release videos. So let's get into it. In no particular order. I don't really care. You know what? We'll start with the Dallas Cowboys because I fucking hate them. Their schedule video was really funny. All right. It was really freaking funny with the whole Tyler intelligence agency and the Tylers all throughout the league. Really clever, really funny. I didn't expect that much of them. All right, I really didn't. See, I only gave them one line, one little bitty line. Where are they? Okay, I'm sure you can see that. It's a hot mess. Yes, my notes are always a hot mess. This is what my notes look like in college too. I was never able to adapt to typing in lectures. I've always handwritten my notes. So Dallas Cowboys, it was really funny. It was worth the watch. All right. Because there was way worse. There were some themes. There were some things. There were a lot of homages to past era. A lot of 80s homages. All right. For example, oh, I can't even think now. So Office, there was an Office homage. That obviously is not 80s, but there was an Office homage, and it was really funny. I just have one problem, all right? And this was the Atlanta Falcons, by the way. The Atlanta Falcons did an Office homage. And at the very end of the video, they have a player going up, pushing the button on the copier machine, and out comes the schedule all clean and perfect. That never fucking happens, okay? The copier never works. Ever. First time go. You have to fight with it. All right? That was really funny. So that was the Atlanta Falcons. The Baltimore Ravens, I really that was really sweet. All right. So Zay Flowers crashed the wedding of a couple of really big Ravens fans. The bride had already booked the mascot Poe as a surprise to her husband. So sweet. And then Zay Flowers went along with Poe and was welcomed, and he gave everybody in the at the wedding tickets to a future game. How cool is that? And then he gave the couple matching jerseys with their first names on the back. It was so cute. It was a very sweet video, and I liked it. So the Baltimore Ravens were pretty good. Another homage, 80s homage. Cleveland Browns did Street Fighter. I mean, It was Street Fighter. You know, there was nothing particularly special or anything like that. So, the Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning getting roasted by his daughter. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, especially when he turns on the TV and it goes to the den, faking the pit, and the guy has died of a pierogi overdose. I mean, I can see it. Pierogies are just delicious. All right. So I rather thought that was funny from the Denver Broncos. Also, at one point, his daughter asks him to do something, and the first thing out of his mouth is please, and she goes, please. And like every preteen teenager ever and their parent, you know, trying to teach them manners. It's like, please, yes, add the please. All right. And who doesn't love Peyton Manning? He's funny. Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers were literally, their video was the bomb because they spent three and a half minutes blowing shit up. A lot of shit. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ship when they blew that up. That was fun. So, yeah. Buffalo Bills. Okay. Seriously, the Chrysalis and the... I don't have anything nice to say about it. I really don't. We're moving on. We're so moving on. Let's go back to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, on the note of really bad videos, the Arizona Cardinals, it looked like AI, probably was AI. Lazy, absolute lazy. I mean, even the teams that don't have, you know, nicer videos, that was just that's just lazy. So, I think one of my favorites was the Chicago Bears. They did an homage to Bob Ross. And it was really clever. It was really, really clever the way they were introducing the teams with little birds here. And it was the Ravens and the Seahawks. And then, there's a couple of ships coming in, and it was cute. It was really cute, and it was really, really clever. I very much enjoyed how clever it was. Detroit Lions, theirs got ruined by Ticketmaster. All the Ticketmasters. And that was another theme. That was another theme. So we have the Detroit Lions got ruined by Ticketmaster. What else got ruined? Oh, the New Orleans Saints. They had Hoda Kotb and a bunch of people from there. Even Jim Cantore. I mean, who doesn't love Jim Cantore? Everybody loves Jim Cantore. Freaking SeatGeek just ruined the whole thing. Ruined it. I hated it. Okay. It's just like you have SeatGeek. Yeah. Okay, I know that was really bad. All right, so another homage. Los Angeles Rams did an homage to Napoleon Dynamite. It was cute. Las Vegas Raiders did an homage to Step Brother again. This was Kirk Cousins and the new guy Fernando. I only ever see his first name. I don't remember his last name. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. Anyway, it was Kirk Cousins and the newly drafted quarterback Fernando, and it was cute and it was sweet. And yes, Kansas City Chiefs just cringe. The football really, really funny. Of course, there was a Donna Kelce cameo. Not a surprise there. Speaking of Donna Kelce, though, she made an appearance in another one. The LA Chargers had a nod to her in a very sweet way. I thought that was very cute. They did Halo. They worked with the team over at Halo and Microsoft, and they made this whole video that was Halo characters and announcing it. And they did a call out to Donna Kelce, and they did a slight nod to Taylor Swift as well, for both of their Kansas City games. And this outraged me so very much because they called my Patriots. They called them cupcakes. Fuck you, Chargers. The Indianapolis Colts, another one. They worked with The Simpsons and did a clip show announcing it was awesome. It was really awesome. Like the Bengals, he lifted up his shirt and he had Cincinnati Bengals written in blue, and it had seeped all the way to his back. And I think it was just all clips from The Simpsons that pertained to the team, and it was really, really funny. I very much enjoyed it. Another one that was worked with was Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken worked with Green Bay Packers. You got a really great, cute cameo from Tom Grossi. I'm sorry. Please don't tell him I misspoke his name. But Tom Grossi was a part of it, and it was cute. And like I said, they worked. You can't really call it an homage if they worked directly with the team that made Robot Chicken, right? No, it was its own Robot Chicken episode. So go and enjoy that one. The Houston Texans didn't put one out like a full-length widescreen video one. They did a short with, it was short and it was violent and it was bloody, and honestly, so dumb. I mean, it felt like they were trying to call back to the JJ Watt years, and it didn't work. Honestly, I felt like it fell completely and totally flat. The Cincinnati Bengals had another good one. The narration was clean, throughout, and it was good. It was just a very nice video overlay with a really great narration. So yes, I think that does it for that page. Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, when I first watched it, I thought it was totally real. And so by the end of it, what they're doing is they're giving Tyler Lawrence a haircut. You know, he's got that long, gorgeous blonde hair, and so they're giving him a haircut throughout the entire thing. And by the end of it, it was like he's got short hair, and I was just like, oh my god. Come to find out, it wasn't real. I watched behind the scenes, and they used a wig. He did not actually cut his hair. I'm like, oh, but okay, I can understand. Cutting your hair is kind of especially when you've got it long, it kind of is a severe thing. I definitely have no intentions of cutting my hair because I've grown it out long and I like it that way. The Miami Dolphins, Mr. Ross. It was just a friendly get together with a former player, a former Miami Dolphins player, and so talking about the season ahead and how they were going to view it and how, you know, everything was going to go. And it was just a nice feel good video. Nothing spectacular. Minnesota Vikings had one of my favorites. They had so the guy sits down and he orders all 17 courses, and each of these courses is made of foods and or subtle hints to the city or the team. You know, you've got the obvious buffalo wings for Buffalo, but my personal favorite was the beans on the bean, and it was just it was just funny. I took a screenshot of it just because I loved it so much. I'm like, I should put that's going to be like my screensaver. Okay. New England did roller coasters. And apparently they had to ride the roller coasters a few times to get all the shots. And Christian Gonzalez the whole way through. Man, that man is just joy. Joy, joy, joy. He is so funny to watch. And it was just the roller coasters. Some of them, they kept their composure and were able to announce. Others of them, not so much. And I don't blame them because I wouldn't do it. The New York Jets, it was just a sports analyst show. It was a total snooze. Who else did I forget who else did one. But the Pittsburgh Steelers did just a little skit, and then they had it was a skit with a new guy from out of town learning all about Pittsburgh and French fries, and Pittsburghians like to put French fries on everything. The Seattle Seahawks did an 80s commercial homage, and it was, you know, that's all I wrote because it wasn't that much. Tampa Bay Buccaneers did Baywatch with, what's that guy's name? Bob Kreischer, I think. Bart Kreischer. That was his name. No, I don't prepare for these videos whatsoever. You're getting my off the cuff remarks, all right? But they had Bert Kreischer as they did this whole Baywatch thing, but instead of saving people and rescuing them, they were stomping on sandcastles with their opponent's name on them. Or my personal favorite was Bert Kreischer curving a jet ski around to cause a wave to go over a boat that had the Lions and the Jaguars and the Vikings, or it had opponents, and it was really funny. I got a kick out of it. The Tennessee Titans did lookalikes, just random people like that. Supposedly, they did Myles Garrett dirty, though. I mean, come on, give that man some respect. The Washington Commanders did a science fair, and then they had a good poke at the New York Jets / Giants with, you know, which way, and geography is hard. That was really funny. This it's the 80th year for the San Francisco 49ers. So they did an old memorabilia study starting in the 40s and moving all the way through to now. And so you saw things that would have belonged to that era. So in the 40s, it was black and white, and the music was very 40s. And then you get through, it was just a very neat little feel good. And the names of their opponents were incorporated throughout, like, you know, in the old posters with the scores and everything like that. And I really got a kick out of it. I did. 49ers are one of my favorite teams just because I keep drafting Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle on my teams, and I keep winning with them. So, diehard Patriots fan. Soft spot for the 49ers, though, because of my fantasy football teams. All right. I think I have covered. Oh, Jameis Winston, New York Giants. Jameis Winston went out and played Pictionary. That was just Pictionary. Not the greatest artist ever, but it was cute. It was a very cute way, and he was giving out free tickets to people who figured it out. And he had one who was like totally not a football fan, and she figured it out, and it was really, really sweet. The Philadelphia Eagles just had 4 of their guys sitting around a table. No, 5 of their guys sitting around a table. It included Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and Jordan Mailata. I just remember listening to Jordan Mailata, his voices, his accent. I mean, come on, it's fun, but really sweet moment. They were talking about their Thanksgiving opponent, the Cowboys, and Saquon wasn't so much focused on their opponent as he was focused on that moment after the game when the winning team brings out turkey and just starts eating turkey legs together. And he was talking about that and, eating turkey with his teammates. And that's what he wanted to do. And that's what he wanted to focus on. I thought it was super sweet. I really, really did. So there you have it. My thoughts in under 20 minutes. I think that's fair. I look forward to football season starting. So thanks for coming along. If you made it this far, stick around for more artillery material. I promise I'm going to get back to that. I also promise I'm going to get back to my Sabaton series. I know I'm really behind on that. So, but again, thanks if you're still here, and have a great weekend.